So it dawned on me the other day after sparring, after I left the boxing gym, sitting in my car, just contemplating life, thinking about things as I normally do. And this one thought, this one idea, this one thing came to me, and it was how good I feel right now. Like, I feel amazing. I feel euphoric. I feel just better than ever, like post sparring. If you don't know what sparring is, it's essentially when you get in the ring and you just fight the other guy. You work on things, you work on technique. Obviously, you're not trying to kill the other person. You're not going 1,000% with the power. It's more so just to learn, but you're still getting hit. You're still fighting. You're still doing what you got to do in the ring. But after just sitting in my car, and I get this feeling a lot, and it's a good feeling. It's just that sense of just fulfillment, that sense of, as I mentioned, euphoria, just throughout your body, especially mentally. You feel that it's a good feeling that not a lot of people get naturally. I would say it's just that sensation that everything's good, as calm. It probably was the most calm, most relaxed, most zen feeling like I've ever felt ever. Not just that moment, but the moments after sparring, the moments where I'm sitting in my car or sitting along the ring or as soon as it's over. It's literally the most in the moment feeling. Like nothing can bother you, nothing matters other than what's going on right now. It's a lot of athletes, I would say, definitely feel this, especially combat athletes or combat sport athletes after a hard, tough session. But it doesn't necessarily have to be an athletic thing, but that's a good way to get to that euphoric feeling. And the key to get that feeling that I'm describing of just namaste, zen, euphoria, peace, is to go through hell. You purposely have to put yourself through hell, whether that be a tough workout, sparring, something that tests your mental capacity in some way. You have to do something that pushes you, that challenges you, that makes you suffer. You have to purposely suffer. You have to seek that. I wouldn't even say discomfort, because discomfort is too easy going of a word. You literally have to suffer. You have to put yourself in the grinder, feel pain. You actually have to feel pain. In my case, getting hit, getting punched. After you do this, nothing else will matter. Nothing else will bother you. Nothing else will be difficult because you already completed the difficult thing. So the only thing, everything else is easy. There's nothing that could bother you. You did the most stressful thing on your agenda for that day. Nothing else can possibly bother you. You have to put yourself in a situation just where you're gonna suffer. Simple as that. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna be in hell temporarily, and you can't get this with drugs. Like, drugs give you that temporary high. People want to cheat the system, cheat themselves, cheat their mental by taking drugs to get that short burst of euphoria. But you only got to get this naturally. You only got to get this by putting yourself in the mental dungeon, physical dungeon. That's the only way you're going to feel euphoria. This is literally the only way you're going to get this feeling of calmness, peace, whatever it is. When you go through a hard that is so difficult, that once you're done, you're like, it's over now. It's literally over. And when you're going through the tough, when you're going through that battle and you want to quit, you have to remember, this is something I do, but I tell myself, especially when I'm sparring, I'm like, there's only in 3 rounds from now, I'll be done. I'll be sitting down. I'll literally be drinking water, Gatorade. In 3 rounds. I just got to do 3 more rounds and I'll be relaxed. Like, I'm not doing this for 4 more hours, 10 more hours all day. It's not something you're doing all day. You're literally doing it for a short period of time. You have to remind yourself. Because when you're in the tough, when you're in the hard, it feels like you're in that moment forever. And you kind of have to take a step back and be like, oh, I'm only be doing this for 5 more minutes. It's like a mental cue I give to myself when I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this shit anymore. You have to just remind yourself, 10 minutes from now, I'll be eating a nice dinner. 10 minutes from now, I'll be in a shower. Or even maybe it's something longer. Maybe an hour or two from now, I'll be in bed sleeping. Like, whenever you're going through a tough event or just whatever, just remind yourself that it's going to end at some point. But right now, let's suffer through this. Because once it does end, you will feel that peace. You'll feel that calm that I foreshadowed earlier. You'll feel all those feelings. So, moral of the story, put yourself through tough, difficult tasks. Suffer. You have to suffer. That's it. There's no shortcut. Like, there's simply no shortcut. You have to suffer. And the only way to feel that calmness, that zen, whatever you want to call it, is to suffer. That's it. That's it. Simple. Quick maths. Simple. Just suffer.